siete, 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 siete. Perfect. Oh, there's siete. There he is. She likes kielbasa, that's her dish. She likes kielbasa. He likes fish. I guess he wants inside. He wants out. Here comes the snow. Siete, dark night of the snowland. Northerland. Right back in, one or the other. He gets kind of aggressive when you say you're either going out or you're going in. And he's like, ah. He likes to let people sit there and watch him. It's just basic psychology. Just get the fuck in there. Quit screwing around. Don't make me stand here because you want to play a game. He's not playing a game. It's strategy. If I've ever met an alpha male, it's probably him. Everybody else just happens to be a beta by default because they're listening to the fucking guide that they think they're as good as and stands for him. Or then you get, I guess, what they call the Sigma, which is one that doesn't want to tell anybody what to do any more than he wants to be told what to do, and he just does things. Does he look like the kind of guy with a plan? He's like a dog chasing a car. He wouldn't know what to do if he caught one. Wasn't all meant to start out that way, but you just look at the simplicity of this. Some guy just telling random stories all over the goddamn YouTuber net. Why? Why not? There's a question I've always answered. People say, well, why did you do that? And I say, I don't say why. I say, why not? Let's see what happens. But the thing is, I used to go, this, if you want to find an underlying cause, step pro ration voluntas, let my will stand for a reason, nothing without a purpose. If you want to know why we sit here, I say we, because I spend more time watching this shit than you do. Amazing to find somebody that finds something you find funny. You could sit and watch it all day long before you get pushed into the fucking lake looking at your own reflection. It's the notion. It's the understanding that whenever I was back in Gaylord, and I'd be there for stretches, I'd go up to see my father's father, my grandpa. He was 3/4 mile down the road. You just put your shoes on and run. Sometimes with a beer, people see you drinking the beer that he gave you. So take that with you, that warm old Milwaukee. You know, he always had next to the refrigerator, he always had cold Budweiser in the cellar after we did the hay. But on a regular day, you want a beer? And there it was, a warm old Milwaukee. So he'd send you that, and you'd run back down the road home drinking a beer, and people are passing you, and you're jogging. Not jogging, running. I just felt like running. I may not be a smart man, Jenny, but I know what a treacherous bitch is. I'd go down and see him, and he'd sit there, and his eyes, they'd open up. The clouds would pass from them to where you could see that sky blue that his eyes were. And he'd talk about being a child and how the train would come through, and they'd stop and say, "Do you have any water?" And they'd be out in the fields working, and they say, "We had some water." So we gave them water. And one man was a photographer, and he took a picture of us. And it's like hearing these stories from your grandfather, his youth, when he was like an 8-year-old kid. And you know, he lived close to 100 years, so you think about how much different things are from one year to the next. Well, they've been pretty stagnant lately because we got people that don't want anything to fucking move forth. However, over time, it's like subscribers for me. I get a bunch at once, and then nobody does anything, and then one disappears, and another one comes on, and then another one, and then another one. Time has its own thing. So the thing is, while everybody else up there would go up and see him and say, "You got enough wood for the winter?" He's like, "Ha!" And Grandma had already died. He's not going to make it through another winter. He'd said that for many, many winters before he finally kicked it. But how's the hay? And he didn't care about these same fucking questions. Nobody ever asked him anything. The one time I said to him, I said, "Grandpa, what'd you do for fun when you were a kid?" And he said, "Huh?" I said, "What did you do for fun when you were a kid?" He said, "Didn't have any fun. It was the Depression." And I was like, "Fuck." Not only that, he was there in the Volstead Act, you know, no drinking. I can't think of the layman's terms right now. He went through World War I, World War II, fucking watched people beating the shit out of each other all over the nation in the 60s. Another fucking thing. And, you know, the thing is, fortunately for him, it probably wasn't until Vietnam that he saw a war on TV, because I don't think they had TVs. The point is, this is a man. He'd talk about people dying at the apple tree down the road. Car accidents. The same way I almost did. He'd tell stories about things. Then my Aunt Gertrude, she's dead, I can talk about her. She'd come in out of the other room as he was sitting there without a shirt on. He's just like, I mean, Elderquists, we don't like shirts. They're so, like, people act so weird about me being comfortable at times that, I just wear something. Same way, people are like, "You should slow down your drinking." I'm like, I have to have a fucking beer in every one of these goddamn videos. Otherwise, people think I'm on meth. How are my teeth? People think I'm on meth. They think I'm on something, this crack. I'm like, God dang it. If I could find a kind of drug that would make me feel like I do on a daily basis, I'd do it no matter how illegal it is. I got beer. They've been selling it on the corners for years. And my grandpa appreciated beer. He appreciated it. Just his hands would be shaking. Grab it. Slam it down back on the table. Still appreciated his beer as long as he could. Then he quit drinking because of the meds. The point is, these are stories that family members never hear. This is what it is to make it through a lifetime, chock full of secrets. That's what it amounts to. He's not trying to keep secrets. It's just nobody wants to hear the fucking truth. They just ask him the same shit just to get through the fucking door and back out. And he has a sense of responsibility to protect the honor and the dignity of his family by not sharing all the awful secrets that he has been through. Like my dad at a wedding party once, and somebody said, I remember your dad, he was up on the windmill and his pants got caught in it and he was like, he was up on the, my dad was a climber. I didn't know this, just like me. And when I asked my dad, I said, Bob Peffer said you were up on the windmill. I never did that kind of stuff. That was David. He accuses his brother, but I know it was him. I know it was him because he's the kind of guy that'll try climb a tree with a chainsaw, you know. I know it was him. He's not allowed to share those stories because he does not want his child to follow that path and almost get himself killed the same way he almost got himself killed. This is why I tell these stories to you. It's because most people, you know, have a family, have people that they're going to make look bad by saying something. Me, I'm last in line. I have no children. And I've found people that accept who I am. I have nobody to embarrass. I have nobody to delineate. Get off the path that we're on together. Unless you have the guts to ask your elders the truth about their youth, you will never know them the way you know me. I've got nobody to answer to.